Unschooling is an educational method and philosophy that advocates learner-chosen activities as a primary means for learning. Unschooling challenges the notion of conventional schooling, citing statistics which suggest that attendance at school does not guarantee academic success. Unschooling instead relies on allowing children to learn through their natural life experiences, including play, work, and social interaction, rather than through a more traditional process of being taught in a school setting by qualified teachers. Unschooling is often seen as a more holistic approach to education, as it takes into account the whole child, rather than just their academic achievements. Some unschooling families choose to unschool full-time, while others use a mix of unschooling and other educational methods such as homeschooling, Montessori, or Waldorf. There is no one right way to unschool, and families can tailor their unschooling approach to fit their unique needs and circumstances. So, if you're wondering if unschooling is the right fit for your family, the best way to find out is to explore all of your options and make an informed decision based on what you feel is best for your child. The pros of unschooling, including the ability to learn at your own pace and tailor your education to your interests. Unschooling is a type of educational philosophy and practice focused on allowing children to learn through their natural life experiences, including play, rather than through formal school lessons. The unschooling movement began in the 1970s as a response to what some unschooling parents saw as the shortcomings of traditional education, such as its emphasis on rote learning and standardized testing. Today, unschooling families can be found all over the world, and the unschooling approach is often praised for its ability to allow children to learn at their own pace and tailor their education to their individual interests. However, unschooling is not without its critics, who argue that it lacks structure and can lead to social isolation. Ultimately, whether or not unschooling is the right fit for a family depends on the unique needs and interests of the child. The cons of unschooling, including the potential for isolation and a lack of structure. Unschooling is a type of educational philosophy and practice that rejects mandatory school as the primary means of teaching children. Unschoolers believe that learning can happen anywhere, at any time, and that it is not limited to classrooms or textbooks. As such, unschooling often takes place outside of traditional schools, and sometimes even outside of the home. While this approach has many benefits, it also has some potential drawbacks, including isolation and a lack of structure. Isolation is one of the biggest potential dangers of unschooling. Without the structure of a traditional school environment, unschooled children can easily become isolated from their peers. This can lead to social problems later on in life, as well as difficulties in adjustment if they ever decide to attend school. In addition, unschooled children may miss out on important opportunities to learn about cooperation and teamwork. Another potential downside to unschooling is a lack of structure. Without set class times or mandatory homework assignments, unschooled children may have difficulty staying on track with their learning. This can lead to problems with organization and time management later on in life. In addition, unschooled children may find it difficult to transition into a more structured educational environment if they ever decide to attend school. Why unschooling might be the best decision for your family. Unschooling has gained popularity in recent years as more and more families have begun to explore alternatives to traditional education. Unschooling is a type of educational philosophy that emphasizes flexibility, creativity, and individualized learning. Unschooling is often very appealing to families who want to take a more hands-on approach to their children's education. Unschooling can also be a good fit for families who value close relationships and open communication. While unschooling is not the right fit for every family, it may be worth considering if you are looking for an alternative to traditional education. If you are unsure whether unschooling is the right fit for your family, there are many resources available online to help you decide if unschooling is the right fit for us. The pros and cons of both traditional schooling and unschooling to help you make the best decision for your child's education. When it comes to educating children, parents have a lot of different options to choose from. One of the biggest decisions that they will have to make is whether to send their child to a traditional school or to opt for unschooling instead. Each option has its own pros and cons, and it is important to weigh these carefully before making a decision. Traditional schooling can provide children with a structured environment in which they can learn from experienced teachers. However, it can also be quite restrictive, and children may not always have the opportunity to explore their true interests. Unschooling, on the other hand, gives children the freedom to learn at their own pace and to focus on topics that they are passionate about. However, it can be more difficult to ensure that children are receiving a well-rounded education without the guidance of a traditional school curriculum. Ultimately, the best decision for each child will depend on his or her individual needs and learning style. So, what is unschooling? Unschooling is a type of homeschooling that does not rely on textbooks or set curriculums. Rather, unschooling allows children to learn in whatever way they are interested in and at their own pace. This can be a great option for families who want more flexibility and control over their child's education. The pros of unschooling include the ability to learn at your own pace, tailor your education to your interests, and explore new topics and ideas. Additionally, unschooled kids often have strong critical thinking skills and are self-motivated learners. The cons of unschooling include the potential for isolation if you do not live near other families who homeschool, as well as a lack of structure. It's important to remember that there is no one right answer when it comes to deciding whether or not to unschool your kids. Every family is different. However, we hope this article has helped give you a better understanding of both traditional schooling and unschooling so that you can make the best decision for your family. Are you ready to take the plunge into unschooling? For more videos on homeschooling, please like, share and subscribe.